In this video, we have some pressing news about the state of our planet. All of us has noticed more severe storms, increased drought, earthquakes, harmful floods, and hotter temperatures. It's not a pretty picture, but it's crucial that we understand what's happening. So, let's dive right into it. Emissions cuts are urgently needed, as Antarctic winter sea ice has just dropped a staggering 1 million square kilometers below its previous record. That's right, 1 million square kilometers. The U.S. National Snow and Ice Data Center made this alarming announcement, and it's sending shockwaves through the scientific community. This extreme record-breaking year has added to scientists' fears that the impact of climate change at the southern pole is ramping up. But why is this such a big deal? Well, let's break it down. First, the numbers. Antarctic sea ice extent, which is defined as the total area of ocean containing sea ice with concentrations above 15%, peaked on September 10. At that point, it covered only 16.96 million square kilometers, the lowest winter maximum since satellite records began in 1979, according to the NSIDC. To put it in perspective, that's about 1 million square kilometers less ice than the previous winter record set in 1986. But what's even more troubling is potential consequences of this dramatic ice loss. It could spell disaster for animals like penguins, which rely on the sea ice for breeding and raising their young. And land ice melt does raise sea levels in a risky way. If Greenland's ice sheet, the largest in the Arctic, were to melt, it can raise the sea levels by more than 20 feet. Such addition of huge amounts of cold, fresh water can also impact the ocean's currents and even atmospheric patterns like the jet stream. And here's the kicker. This situation also contributes to global warming. How? By reducing the amount of sunlight reflected by the white ice back into space. Think of it as a vicious loop. Less ice means more absorption of sunlight, which in turn accelerates the warming of our planet. Now, you might be wondering how this compares to the situation in the Arctic. Over the last decade, the Arctic has been hit hard by the climate crisis, with sea ice rapidly deteriorating as the northern region warms 4 times faster than the global average. In contrast, the impact on Antarctic sea ice from rising temperatures has been less certain. In fact, sea ice extent there even grew between 2007 and 2016. But the recent trend towards record low conditions has scientists concerned that climate change may finally be presenting itself in Antarctic sea ice. So, there you have it. A dire situation in the Antarctic that demands our immediate attention. Emissions cuts and concerted efforts to combat climate change are more crucial than ever. We can make a difference. Let's take this as a wake-up call and work towards a sustainable future for our planet. So the important question is, can we stop global warming? The simple answer is yes, but we have to take essential steps. One of the biggest contributors to global warming is our energy consumption. To combat this, start switching to LED lights, as they use less energy and last longer. Also, we should unplugging devices when not in use, to avoid phantom energy consumption. Besides, we can using energy-efficient appliances. Just look for the Energy Star label when shopping. Another direction to stop global warming is to embrace renewable energy. Transitioning to renewable energy sources like solar and wind can significantly reduce our carbon footprint. Consider installing solar panels, if possible, on your home or supporting community solar projects. Opting for green energy plans. Many utilities offer renewable energy options. A third direction is to reduce, reuse, recycle. We've all heard this mantra, but it's essential. Reducing waste and recycling helps cut down on greenhouse gas emissions. Here's how we can do it. Reduce single-use plastics, such as carry reusable bags, bottles, and containers. Recycle properly by knowing your local recycling rules to avoid contamination. Support recycling programs via advocating for recycling in your community. One of the important ways to fight global warming is to adopt sustainable transportation. Transportation is a major contributor to global warming. We can make a difference by biking or walking for short trips whenever possible. Also, we can using public transport. It's more energy efficient than driving alone. Besides, we should opting for electric vehicles. They produce fewer emissions than traditional cars. An important way is reduce water waste. To save water conserves energy, try these water-saving tips. Fix leaks. Dripping faucets and running toilets waste water and energy. Collect rainwater. Use it for gardening and other non-potable purposes. Install water-saving fixtures. Low-flow showerheads and faucets can make a big difference. Another approach is to support sustainable agriculture. Our food choices impact the environment. Support sustainable agriculture by buying local and seasonal produce. Reduces the carbon footprint of your meals. Choosing plant-based options. Meat production is resource-intensive. Reducing food waste. Be mindful of what you buy and use. Remember, stopping global warming is a collective effort. Every small action counts, and together, we can make a huge impact. Countless individuals are already enduring the dire consequences of extreme weather events intensified by climate change. These include extended droughts afflicting sub-Saharan Africa, catastrophic tropical storms sweeping through Southeast Asia, the Caribbean, and the Pacific, as well as lethal heat waves in Europe and wildfires in South Korea, Algeria, and Croatia. Moreover, Pakistan has grappled with severe flooding. While Madagascar has been plagued by a protracted and severe drought, leaving 1 million people with severely limited access to sufficient food. The extent of destruction resulting from climate change underscores the urgency of the situation for humanity. However, there remains a window of opportunity for action. The premier authority on climate change assessment emphatically cautions that global greenhouse gas emissions must reach their peak no later than 2025. And must be reduced by 43% by 2030 if we are to curtail climate change to a 1.5 degrees Celsius increase and avert an utter catastrophe. If you found this information valuable, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more updates on climate change and environmental issues. Remember, we have the power to change the course of our planet's future. It starts with awareness and action. Thank you for watching, and together, let's make a positive impact on our world.